Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I am joined here by NamedV, also known as Gabe, a very close friend of mine. He also has a YouTube channel. Today, we are going to talk about our final predictions for Resident Evil Requiem. We are so close to the release date to where I felt like this video needed to happen, and if it didn't, that's fine. But we are here to talk about our final predictions. I have some questions that we're just going to go over that I have thought of over the past week. Is there anything you would like to say before we get started?
No, I really have nothing that I can think of currently in the moment. I just woke up like a little bit ago, so I apologize.
You're all good. You're all good. Before we get started, reviews for the game have gone up. I have seen a few of them. No spoilers, obviously, but it seems like the game is on track to be one of the best in the series and a Game of the Year contender, which sounds really good. And I'm really proud that Capcom could pull off such an amazing game that creators can like it as much to give it a good rating. But our first question is going to be how much of not Resident Evil, how much of Raccoon City do we think we'll be able to see?
Oh, that's actually yeah. Oh, we're answering questions essentially. Oh,
Basically.
okay, that's actually a lot easier than I thought we were gonna have to come up with the questions. Okay, um, uh, I think that we're gonna have a decent amount of time in Raccoon City, considering the fact, and this is known the in the thing, so I can say this. Someone stop me immediately if I say too much, because again, for those of you who do not know this, which nobody does
Do
apparently,
not talk about spoilers.
yeah, I know some spoilers, so I'm gonna do my best. So if I start saying things that are too much, I'm gonna do my best. But I remember hearing this in the trailer, so it shouldn't be a
Okay.
spoiler. Um, uh, where we're going is essentially in Raccoon City because we're trying to find this one guy, right?
From what we know, we're trying to find a cure for Leon.
Oh wait, that's what we're trying to do.
Basically, Leon is trying to find a cure for his disease that he has.
Oh yeah, that's Leon. What Leon's trying to do. That's what he's trying to do. But Grace's mission.
Grace, we don't know what Grace we don't know her involvement for Raccoon City. We only know Leon's. She might not even want to go to Raccoon City. She might have no business there, but she's just gonna be joining Leon for the heck of it.
Then how the heck? Well, I have heard in one of the I heard in the trailers that that she was supposed to be going somewhere to find out about this one dude.
She is going back to the hotel where her mother died.
I'm confused
That
on if
is
I have a spoiler or not. Then I'm confused on if I have a spoiler or not. Then
the for the main. Okay, sorry for off topic with the question, but the main her main basically story for the game is she is going back to the hotel where her and her mother lived 8 years ago because her mother had died there, but there are a bunch of dead bodies appearing at that hotel, and she has to go and investigate all the dead bodies there and see what's going on.
okay. Well, then I know more than that because one of her missions ends up being where she's. I'm not saying that actually. Um. Well, I know this is in a trailer, but I don't think I'm properly saying it. But she has a mission that's more than that.
There might be. I don't remember anything of that, but who knows? But
No,
just
hmm?
like a rough estimate, how long do you think we'll be in Raccoon City?
Well, considering it took me about 2 3 years to get out of out of Raccoon City and Resident Evil 2, I don't fucking know. To be completely honest with
Okay, well, realistically, I think we'll be in there for
you.
maybe like a good hour and a half, maybe an hour. Because I think what they're doing with Raccoon City is just gonna be for nostalgia, which is fine. That's what Raccoon City is there for. It's really for nostalgia for us, but also to find more answers about Leon's infection and what he's dealing with. So, my guess like an hour and a half, we'll be there.
Makes sense. I it's Yeah, I'm excited to see. I also from the newest trailer that I've seen on Resident Evil, they or I don't actually it wasn't from Resident. I don't know. All I know is that the last thing I seen is that he was entering the Raccoon City Police Department and he
Yep.
was looking and he was like, "Well, we're back at Raccoon City." Yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah,
all that was said.
that's basically him entering the RPD
Yep,
and Raccoon City.
which is completely destroyed. With that, and
Yeah.
was there a bomb that went off or something?
Yes, a thermic barrack bomb went off in Raccoon City, which is a type of bomb that doesn't fully destroy a place. Yes, it leaves a big crater like we see in the trailer. But it doesn't fully destroy places in like cities unless the city is like really small, and it doesn't cause radiation. There's no radiation in Raccoon City,
Okay, that's impressive.
which is why we're able to enter it. That's why we see Leon going into the RPD. There's no radiation. It's perfectly fine to go there. It's just closed off because the government wants to keep everything that happened there a secret.
Man, this game is more and more like our real life government every day, I swear.
um, next question I have is: do we think that the person talking to Leon over the comms, like in his ear, do we think that is Sherry from like the little girl from Resident Evil 2?
You would honestly probably be better off taking both their voices from Resident Evil 2 and what they have right now and comparing them because they do I don't remember particularly, but from what I'm nitpicking out of my brain, it does kind of seem like they're pretty similar.
Yeah, I think she is in the game. It wouldn't I wouldn't be upset if she wasn't. It just seems very obvious because if you also listen to her voice from Resident Evil 6, it sounds the same. Like she sounds the same from Resident Evil 6, and plus they're making this character to be like a big character for the game also because they have shown her like quite a bit. They haven't shown her face obviously to keep her a secret, but it seems like she has a kind of like a connection with Leon, and it makes sense if it's Sherry because Sherry does have a deep connection with Leon from Raccoon City.
Hmm. Okay. I spaced out a little bit.
You're
I
good.
I apologize, y'all. I'm a bit out of it. I haven't been editing or making any videos at all. I have been. I just haven't been
Yeah,
editing at all. No,
yeah,
it's it's certainly going to be a good game. I've seen that. I've seen some of the critics when they were like the reviews and whatnot for the game. I did see some, not the actual like word views, just like IGN from I believe Texas or something like that. But they were all saying it's 10 out of 10. I seen like three or
yeah,
four 9 out of 10s. Like this
yeah.
game is planning to be or is looking at being really fucking good. I don't know what about it is so damn good, but something I guess you get a blowjob or something. No,
um.
it's planning to be really good.
Also, apparently, the duration for the game has been confirmed. Well, it's obviously been confirmed because people have played it, and they just put out their reviews. We thought it would be at least 18 to 20 hours. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be that long. It seems like it'd be at about like 10 to 14, which it's a good length. Don't get me wrong, but I would at least since you're giving us another game with chapters, it seems good to give it the length as as Resident Evil 4. But if it's a 10 to 14-hour game, I'm still fine with that. I'm gonna replay. I'm gonna fully achieve it. I'm gonna play through it multiple times and get everything I can for it because it's Resident Evil. I've done that with other games in the franchise. I'm gonna do the same with this one. But that first playthrough is, a very special playthrough. It's your first experience. You can't really get that back once you've gone through it the first time. So I just hope the game is a really good length. But that's if you're like searching everything, getting every file, every secret, going through every room, you know.
Yeah. No, I've played and beaten Resident Evil 4 twice. I've done it
Yeah.
on regular difficulty. I've done it on the hard difficulty. I've beaten what else did I beat? Is that the that no? I've beaten Resident Evil 3 on the hardest difficulties as well. I replayed that a couple times. I have not beaten Resident Evil 2. I have not beaten Resident Evil Revelations, and I have not beaten Resident Evil 0 yet. Or Village, but I have played them all. And I do have them
Yeah.
all. I even have 5 and 6.
Mhm. Yeah. Uh, Next question is, how do we think boss fights will turn out for the game?
Ooh, that's a good one. I
That
think.
is
Go ahead.
because boss fights are a very to me they are a very important part to Resident Evil. They are like the main part of the enemies in Resident Evil because you're just waiting for like, oh, when is a boss fight gonna happen? How is the end boss fight gonna happen? Like, we don't know, but it seems like there's gonna be a good number of them, and it seems like they are from it's like mixed reviews on the and on the bosses, but it seems like they're just gonna be okay bosses from what I've heard. But to me, I hope they're really good. I hope they give me a challenge, to where it's fun, not to where I'm stressed out, but to where it's fun and where it can be a memorable boss. And hopefully, those bosses have some good lore, even the final boss, because the final boss is gonna be the main enemy.
Yeah, no, it's that's probably who that one guy is. I'm not thinking about it. Who is? Do you know his name?
The dude with the goggles,
Yeah.
his name is Victor Gideon.
Okay. He is. Okay, I can't say that either. Okay. I'm trying to figure out who I was think. I was trying to figure out who I was thinking of for something because I know something, but no. I like boss fights in Resident Evil. I like the gameplay. I'm a big graphics dude. I'm a computer player. I love oh my god. I love graphics. I love the how much detail you can put into a character. Grace's hair and Leon's hair, their jackets, their clothing, it all looks really fucking good. And
Yeah,
with boss fights, I am very curious to see how many we'll have for that matter, and how they're gonna act, where they're gonna be placed at, and how it's gonna even work
yeah,
out. Because it's gonna hopefully be a really good boss fight, no matter what you do.
yeah. And the interesting thing is, it seems like since this game's gonna have chapters, and every chapter we switch characters between Leon and Grace, and this has been confirmed, and I am actually happy this is in the game. Every time, like if you play Grace and you're going through a new area, and then you finish that area with her, you go as Leon, and then you can go back to that area and pick up or fight anything she had left. So that means like a boss she didn't finish that you didn't have to beat, or you aren't supposed to be as her. You would go to Leon and you would go back to that same area, get everything you can, and then fight that boss and finish it off, and then continue the story.
Did not know that part of the game.
Yeah, no,
That is cool.
that is very cool. I'm glad that is a thing because that's actually, I would say that's pretty new with Resident Evil games.
Oh yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard of that happening. To be honest.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Next question is how much can the story impact in this installment? Like how will the story just kind of be a little bit or will it actually be great to give us a Resident Evil 10?
I genuinely think that with what they've got, because they've had years to do this. This game was not like
Yes.
Requiem was not originally Requiem. It was a completely
No.
different game before this. I
This this game was sorry. Uh I did my research last night on this. This game took 9 to 8 years to
8 to 9.
make because uh yeah, because it was first gonna be an open world game. Then they changed it to a Leon's solo game, and now it is this Grace and Leon action horror game that took 8 to 9 years to get right for them.
So they had a lot of time to perfect all the issues.
Yeah, they had a lot. This wasn't originally Resident Evil 9, but then when Leon came in, it was going to be Resident Evil 9, but then they had to change it because they didn't think Leon was going to be the super
Big hot shot.
terrified. Like, they didn't think he'd be terrified enough for this game because of how much action he's been put through.
True. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But the story, I think it's going to impact this very well, considering we're going back to Raccoon City. We're finishing the Umbrella story, answering the questions that have not been answered, uncovering the death of a old protagonist, Grace's mother, Alyssa, and moving forward with Leon, of course. I mean, he's infected. He is dying in this game. We don't know if he's going to die, or not. We don't know how that's going to end up. We'll wait until we play the game. But this story is going to, I think the story is going to impact a lot through the series, and it's going to move us. I don't think it can move us like enough forward to a Resident Evil 10, but there's no way they end Resident Evil at 9. This series has just no way of stopping anytime soon.
I agree. There's still a lot that they could do with Resident Evil even with this, because they still got more story to go off on. I know that they do, and with everything that they've got so far, it's honestly really it looks incredible, to be honest. It looks really good.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see how Leon traverses through everything. I'm excited to see how he does so, because it already looks really good. Like the zombies, they quite literally have their own brain now, essentially.
They go off their past lives, but they will attack anyone that is actually alive.
Yeah, you're alive, and you need to die because of that. You're evading the law. But no, I'm excited for this game. Me and him both have it pre-installed. I have it preloaded on Steam, and for me, it's both coming out on the 26th, which is tomorrow. So, it's supposed to be
time zones are a little weird. And I have seen that some people are confused. Like, oh, is it coming out tomorrow? Is it coming out the 27th? It's a time zone thing. They have confirmed that. So people might get it early tomorrow because of their time zone. People will get it on launch day. It's whatever. We're all getting it this week. We're all playing it this week.
Yep. Everyone's gonna be playing it. Whoever owns it will be playing it. Me and him both got the deluxe edition. My wife got the. Oh my god, my wife got the deluxe edition. We all got it. I was trying to say with one breath, I couldn't.
And I have one last question. This is more of just a funny, goofy one. It's not very serious like the others that we have asked. Will Leon's Porsche survive Requiem?
Didn't they make that an actual car too?
They did, and it's funny because Leon has a history of crashing cars or getting them blown up. So, do we think Leon's Porsche survives Resident Evil Requiem?
I can imagine it being just deleted or destroyed. I can imagine it being destroyed in some way. He's gonna look at it and be like, "Motherfucker."
I have a theory with the car because they have promoted this car so heavily since the Resident Evil showcase, or since they revealed Leon. This Porsche has been everywhere. They actually had a live showcase of it where people got to meet the voice actors of Grace and Leon, and they got to drive in the Porsche. So that's kind of funny. But and they did say that there's gonna be like kind of like a merchant system in the game. There's not gonna be a merchant. There's no merchant. There's no Duke. It's gonna be like a shop that you can open in your menu or something and upgrade your weapons and buy things maybe, because there is currency in this game. There's gonna be currency that you can collect and spend, like RE4 and Village. What my brain goes to is like, oh, so is Leon gonna be able just to open the trunk and upgrade his shit there? Maybe. Maybe the Porsche won't be destroyed. Maybe it's a way of just upgrading your stuff. I mean, we see him driving it into Raccoon City, so it survives for that long, which is kind of crazy. Maybe at the very end, the Porsche just magically blows up somehow before they can escape. Who
Possibly.
knows? But I see it making it through a good portion of the game, even past the beginning of Raccoon City. It's still there waiting for Leon to escape and be done with his mission.
Brother wants to retire. He's old.
He's been fighting bioweapons for almost 30 years,
You would think that
which
would be
is,
enough to let him go off on his own now. It would be like, oh, he has enough money to retire. Nah, he don't get paid enough for this shit.
I mean, he's got good training. He's got good instincts. He kind of wants the world to be safe from all the shit. So
No, I
that's why
know.
he's still doing this.
Yeah,
But
he's a good boy.
yeah, that is all the questions I had to ask. Final thoughts before we close this video.
I'm excited for the game. I wanna play it. Capcom, come on.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm very excited for this game. I have been hyping this up since its reveal, which was 8 months ago. 8 months ago, almost nine, I believe. So that's a lot. But we both have the game. We're playing it day one. I will be posting a review when I have completed my first playthrough. I will gather all my thoughts, and then the next day I will post a review, and then I'll probably do a spoiler review, if I want. I don't know. And then after that, I will have probably a whole bunch of theory videos for next installments, or just talking about the game and what stood out to me in general. But that is the video. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you so much for the support on the Resident Evil videos. I greatly appreciate it. It has gotten so much love in the past 2 months, and I could not be more happy. Even our big collaboration video of us explaining the timeline of Resident Evil, that was such a great video to make. I'm so proud of how it turned out, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the support. Anything else you want to say before we end?
Not really. It's all you.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll see you guys for my review of Resident Evil Requiem. And stay safe, everybody, and talk to you later. Bye.